Hey everybody, back again with another Vinyl Finds here for you. It's been a long 2 weeks, and I really haven't done anything really major since getting Derek's record. So Sam the Sham and I went record shopping today, so we got some really good stuff. So I will start. So here's one. This is totally awesome. Teddy and I have kind of talked about this, and we've talked about this artist. Of course, this is Shel Silverstein, who actually wrote Boy Named Sue for Johnny Cash, and of course The Giving Tree, and what else did
Where the Sidewalk Ends.
Yeah, so
Light in the Attic.
Light in the Attic, but what's the best way to describe him? Sort of, his songs are a little...
I haven't listened to this particular one, but the ones I've heard, they're very...
kind of abrasive, kind of...
You don't want to put it on for mixed company.
Yeah, it's not for mixed company. It's really funny here, because there's even a sticker on this that says, special program, audition carefully. So, of course, he also did I Got Stoned and I Missed It, Freaking at the Freakers Ball. Wrote a lot of songs for Dr. Hook, but I Got Stoned and I Missed It. That's another pretty funny one. Anyhow. But on this, there's Father of a Boy Named Sue, The Smoke Off, Scum of the Earth, Never Bite a Married Woman on the Thigh. So there's some good ones. I'm excited to kind of listen to this, so that's definitely cool. Also got this, Love, Real to Real. So this is, I think, kind of the last album by Love, I guess, kind of before it was... Well, there was a Vindicator. I'm trying to think here. I should have done a little bit more research about this, but this came out in 1974. There's two really good tracks on here. Singin' Cowboy and... Everybody's Gotta Live, I think. Time is Like a River, those are the audition ones, but of course this is a DJ copy. You never see this, so I was just super excited to find this one today. Also here's Help. This is sort of a West Coast psychedelic band, sort of power trio kind of thing going, sort of kind of like later Beatles kind of feel to it, little rock country kind of thing. It's really cool stuff. I'm really excited to find some of these today. So this came out in like 71, I want to say. It's on Decca. Do you want to show one you got?
Oh, sure. This is a Donovan Greatest Hits, kind of repackaged, but I thought it looked pretty cool.
It's on Hickory. Basically, like when Hickory put out Donovan's first two albums, which we got both of them today as well, too. You want to just show those as well. That's Open Road. This is a sort of...
Wait, never mind.
There you go.
Never mind.
So Catch the Wind, of course. I think this is the first one. Also known as What's Been Did and What's Been Hid. And, of course, Fairy Tale.
We needed a new copy.
Yeah, we have like a Taiwan pressing, like an orange Taiwan pressing of that. So nice to have kind of a more listener copy, I guess, if you will.
I'll show this other one since I did it anyway.
Yeah, but this is kind of one of his last. I'm trying to think of when this falls. Maybe 72. Yeah, 72 or so. The big ones on that are Ricky Tikki Tavi,
which is one of my favorites.
Clairvoyant, Roots of an Oak, where that was kind of the big singles off of that. Roots of the Oak was the B-side to Ricky Tikki Tavi. But yeah, just really cool stuff. Donovan, at first, when I first kind of got into Donovan, I think Sam is definitely kind of you've made me
coerced you to
yeah. I mean, I always kind of pushed Donovan to the side because of his, I think with the Bob Dylan kind of thing to it. I always thought he was kind of a poor man's Dylan, but he explores a completely different territory. I mean, Bob Dylan really never did psychedelic albums at all, and of course Donovan sort of explores that in Mellow Yellow and things like that. So those were kind of exciting to pick up. Here's another one I got. It's called Cartoon. So this is a really good kind of psychedelic. I think it's about 68 or 69, I want to say. I've also read that Jimmy Page, he does some session work with these guys. But this is kind of one of those ones, you see this one on blogs a lot, so very excited to pick this up. It was a really good price for it, too. I've seen it go for like $30 before, so... Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels, Sock It To Me. I believe this is their third album that they did. Definitely just great stuff. I love the Mitch Ryder stuff. I don't listen to it that much, but it's definitely like, when I do listen to it, it's definitely pretty cool to just real rockin' kind of garage rock music. So, and also Garner, Mean Mr. Daddy, 60. I want to say no, it was, I don't know, 69, 68. I can't remember what his handle is, but kind of talking about some garage rock music. So maybe I'll do another video showing some of my garage rock stuff. Because mainly now it's like all kind of sunshine pop. That's kind of what I'm going for. But
Look at that hair.
Memphis Vinyl Gym, if you're out there watching, you want to put this one on your radar. This is Bert Summer. This is on the Buddha label. Bert Summer pretty much jumped around from a couple different labels in this, from the, it's 1970 to about.
Show his hair.
Yeah, he was he played at Woodstock, and he was in the first Broadway version of Hair. Sort of broke away from that and kind of did a solo career. So kind of light singer-songwriter, psychedelic sort of pop kind of stuff. So Bert Summer is definitely cool. So get him on your radar if you've never heard of him before. I'll do this one and then we'll do that one. So this is the Electric Flag. This is their kind of really their second album that they did. This album really has an absence of Mike Bloomfield. He kind of left the band at that time. This came out right around, I believe, when Super Sessions came out, I think 1968. But Nick Gravenitis pretty much kind of took the reins of the band, as well as Buddy Miles. They really kind of fizzled out after this one, but Sonny, which is, Sonny, is it Bobby, what's that guy's name? Bobby Herb, I think is what it was. Sonny.
Yeah.
That song, I think that's who it is. I guess I could probably just look on here.
I know that song, but I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
The words.
But Harvey Brooks is on this too. Of course, he was, a great session musician, bass player. He did stuff on Bitches Brew. Pretty much played a lot of bass on Dylan's stuff, like Highway 61. Here is Delaney and Bonnie, D and B together. It's sort of a kind of their later period when they were sort of fizzling out at this point. And I think it was a very strained relationship that they were in. I guess there was sort of a lot of kind of infighting going on at the time. But this is a radio station copy of this, so really, I don't know, it's cool. It's not really, there's not like any massive hits on it like when they were with Eric Clapton or Motel Shot or anything like that, but it's still kind of the same Delaney and Bonnie kind of sound. I also got this, so she's Barry McGuire, Lighten Up. Barry McGuire, pretty much after kind of doing the Dunhill stuff, Eve of Destruction, I think he put out 2 albums. This Precious Time was another one that he put out as well as Eve of Destruction. But then he signed on to the Myrrh label, which I believe sort of is like a Christian label of sorts. I kind of need to research it a little bit more. But the kind of the lead track on this is like an Eve of Destruction, Don't Blame God 2 Chronicles is what it is. And it's like a 7-minute version of it, just kind of an updated version of Eve of Destruction. But definitely just some really, really cool stuff. It's a really different direction that he goes in. So I did really get into that one. This is Buzzy Linhart, I believe is how you pronounce it. This is sort of one of his last albums, if not the last album that he did. There's Jeff Skunk Baxter is in it, which he did stuff with Steely Dan and also the Doobie Brothers. But this is a pretty cool album. I mean, his stuff is his earlier albums are kind of psychedelic and things like that, but this is sort of more like a rockin' kind of feel to it, but cool stuff. And last but not least, got this. This is Grin, which is actually the band that Nils Lofgren was in. And I'd say for fans of like Neil Young and Crazy Horse, man, this album it sounds exactly like it's sort of like the band and a lot of stuff that was happening. I don't really know when this came out. It doesn't say on the back here at all, but I think maybe about 71 or so. But it really has that sort of Neil Young and Crazy Horse kind of feel to it. So dedicated to Roy Buckingham. Special thanks to Neil Young and Crazy Horse. So it's really cool stuff. So had a really, really good day of record shopping. So glad you guys could join us on another vinyl find. So we'll see you guys all on down the trail.
Well, get out of here.